Hi, welcome back. Well, this is our entire research team, as you can see, in full strength to give us the list of top 10 stocks that you need to watch out for today. Let's begin. Okay, first up, let's look at the Maruti stock.
Yeah, I think the yen fall is rather precipitous. So should we expect Maruti to get a further thumbs up today?
Well, we could. You know, the fall in the yen has been very drastic and much more than what many analysts have forecasted in their assumptions as well. So just to put it into perspective, the yen has depreciated now to a 13-year low versus the dollar, currently at, I think, 125.4, as you can see on the ticker below. Now, Maruti has an exposure of 23% to the yen. So what they do is they import nearly 23% of their raw material as a percentage of sales in yen. Now, in the conference call that just took place post Q4, the management did say that they plan to increase localization of raw materials. So they want to bring down their yen exposure to about 15 to 16% in the due course. But until then, they will benefit from the fall in the yen. Now, remember, in Q4, the margins rose substantially, about 550 basis points year on year, partially led by the yen weakness. And every 1% depreciation on the yen is about a 1.5% positive impact on Maruti's profits and about a 20 basis points positive impact on margins. So Quant Capital put out a note over the weekend where they said that they are assuming the yen depreciates further to about 133 to 136 at this point versus the dollar. And they say that Maruti's fair value could increase to 4,940 to 5,000 based on FY17 estimates. So you could expect Maruti to move up higher today.
All right. I think really the stock of the moment, of the day, of the hour is going to be Sun TV. So let's get to that first. Who's Mangalam? Do you think Sun TV is going to see severe reverses today?
Well, not severe reversal as of now, because if we look at the news, the Sun TV company or the network, they've been denied security clearance by the Ministry of Home Affairs. Now, they have denied security clearance to 33 channels of the Sun TV network, which together contribute about 80 to 88% to the company's top line. However, the company had applied for a 10-year renewal of security clearance for all the channels last year, because of which the MHA has denied them on the grounds that it may have an adverse impact on the economic security of the country. This is on account of the promoters being involved in systemic corruption, money laundering, also something like operating an illegal telephone exchange, and their involvement in the Aircel Maxis deal. However, the Ministry of Home Affairs has right now communicated this decision to the INB Ministry, and the INB Ministry will now discuss the implications before carrying out a decision. Now, in case they do carry out a decision, the best likely event will be that the company will move court against this and they will get a stay order, which is what happened earlier as well. A couple of days ago, the MHA had also declined security clearance to 40 to 50 radio channels owned by the group. Now, if that happens, then there will be a sentiment negative on the stock today. But going forward, the company will appeal court and most likely will get a stay order as well. In case they don't, very highly unlikely is that the promoters may be asked to sell their stake. In that case as well, the shareholders will get some greenback. No,
Mangalam, I can tell you as a person belonging to that state that there is no way the Marans will be asked to leave. There is no way Sun TV will be off air. Tamil Nadu will secede from the Indian Union if that happens. I can assure you that. It's quite clearly a situation that's precipitating, but the courts cannot summarily, deny signals to a television channel which is, what, 30 years old, 40 years old? How can you call it a security clearance problem now? So this is a niggling worry. It may have a sentimental negative impact, but there's no question of Sun TV going off air. I can assure you
I will just add
some members of my family might go to Delhi to stage a dharna if that happens.
Then I'll just add one report of Credit Suisse, which has come in the morning on Sun TV after this issue, where they have downgraded the stock to neutral and they've cut the target price to 290 rupees from 450. That means nearly 50-60 rupees downside from the current level. So, that is...
On the belief that they will go off air?
Yeah, they write this, okay. They say that risk from legal cases are higher than expected, and they clearly say that, this could force Sun TV to take off all its 33 channels off air.
Well, if that happens, then I believe...
this is what they're writing.
And I find that politically difficult to... I see politically very difficult that could happen, but let's see the cause of it.
But on the target price, they see around...
That's important. That's another issue. Actually, Sun TV's even sales revenue performance was nothing much to write home about. It's like fallen to 5%, even though margins remain at 78, 77, 78%. Their revenues have started. There could be other issues with the stock, but going off air, I don't think is an immediate contingency. Fear of going off air is there, but the actuality will not happen. Maybe we go over to Nigel now. Nigel, some positive news for stainless steel makers.
That's right, Lata, but only a particular segment of that. Remember, in March 2015, we had covered it in Top 10 itself, that there was a proposal, that's India's Trade Ministry, had recommending a levy of on stainless steel that was getting imported from China, from Korea, and the likes. Now, day before yesterday, in fact, this particular recommendation has been accepted, and the government has now imposed this anti-dumping duty. The figures are up for you on the screen. If it's coming in from China, then it'll be at around $309. If it's coming in from Malaysia, it'll be $316, and if it is coming in from Korea, it'll be $180 per ton. But remember, this is for not all types of stainless steel. It's only for grade 304, and that too only HRC, that's hot rolled coils. So cold rolled coils, in fact, are not included in this. Out of the total consumption in India, India consumes roughly around 1 million tons of this particular grade, but nearly 40% was being imported from China. So some protection, it will be some kind of relief. But remember, even in March when this was recommended, that time the stock went flying away, went higher by close to around 10%. It was at 40 rupees then, and currently as well it is at 40 rupees. Just need to take into account that for Jindal Stainless, they pay close to around 350 crores of interest on a quarterly basis. So that needs to be taken into account. A sentimental positive nonetheless. It's for a segment of stainless steel and not on all types of stainless steel.
Okay.